Hey everyone, welcome back to Local Living. I'm Anna Christina. So if you know me, you know that I enjoy eating. And you know what? I like big chain restaurants, but what makes Augusta unique are all the local restaurants that you can find here. There's such a huge selection. And I'm outside of Ray's Coastal Cafe. Let's go inside to talk to the owner. So I've made my way inside with owner-operator Walter Clay of Ray's Coastal Cafe, and I am electing you food area expert. I mean, you have so much experience within this industry, and you have a long history within Augusta. Tell me give me a little background so that people become familiar with who you are.
All right, I got a bunch, but I hate to call you out this early into it. Actually, you've made yourself outside, not inside Ray's.
That's
we're out
true.
On the deck of
I
Ray's.
am outside.
And this is what
Way to call me out.
Thanks. This is what Ray's Creek looks like if you don't spend $1 million a year on it.
There you go.
Chairman Ridley.
If you know what I mean.
And we love the Augusta National. So part of what my experience has been, I was a waiter and a cook at various times at Calvert's. Was the original manager at French Market Grill when it was founded in 1984. Okay. After 8 years there, I left and opened Ray's Coastal Cafe with the help of the Chuck and Gail Baldwin.
Yeah.
And now here I am 26 years later.
Still rocking it. And let me tell you, I want to kind of touch on the history of Ray's Creek because I know that it's one of the most famous creeks in all of the world.
You're going to make me call you out again. No, it is the most famous creek.
It is the most famous.
And so it's about 10 miles long. It starts upstream over our shoulders here as an underground spring in a church parking lot. Runs 5 miles to here and then eventually to the Augusta National. It makes its way eventually to the Savannah River, but it fronts hole number 12, which is in the middle of Amen Corner at the Augusta National, which makes it the most famous creek because golfers and just people that love the sport watch it in Australia, England,
all
France,
around the world.
Mexico, everywhere.
And it's right in your backyard.
Right here.
And
we're
that's
right
why
on the bed.
The restaurant is called Ray's. Well, and tell me about the local food scene because I know you are local, but there's so many other restaurants that we can choose from that are amazing and make Augusta really unique.
Oh yes, and it's so funny when people come to town when people come to town, they know more about the restaurants than the local people. And then somebody says, gosh, I want to go somewhere unique. I said, have you been to Hildebrandt's? It's been there for over 100 years. Amazing. You know, and then if you wanted to do something new that's kind of cutting edge, there's a Arsenal Tap Room on Montesano.
Yep. Well, there's a lot of history there too.
Yes, and there's just so many places that, you know, and these are just hideaways, you know, you don't just drive by a Ray's Coastal Cafe. You got to make an effort to get here. You
got to, and people do know about it, and that's what's really cool. It's a hidden gem, but everybody really knows about it.
Correct. But once again, I have more new people to the neighborhood of Augusta, than locals will go, I've never been there. I keep hearing about it.
Oh, and I think it's so much better than those big chains because you're really experiencing what Augusta is all about. And you can really tell that by the food and the taste and get a feel for the people because you are what you eat.
Well, and when I travel, I go to other restaurants and I say, where would you go tonight?
Right.
If you were going out, you know, and say, if you ask them, hey, where should I eat? They're going to give you the easy answers. But then if you say, where would you go tonight? You're going to get a different answer.
Yes.
And yeah, you can look it up on the internet nowadays. Yeah, you've got 1,000 reviews on each restaurant. But it still comes down to that human-to-human contact, which is what I try to do when I'm operating the business. You know, I tell the cooks, cook like your grandmother's in the dining room.
There you go.
If you're waiting tables,
be grading you.
Yes, right. And so,
but you grade them instead.
Well, no, you grade them when you come out at lunch.
That's right. I'm going to be grading them. I'm going to take a tour of your menu in just a little bit.
Right. And it's fun that when you come, the whole crew has, oh, we're going to eat here, and we want, and everybody, I've noticed when you place your order, everybody orders something different.
Something different. And I had a hard time choosing. And I have to ask you, I mean, what is some of your faves?
All right, well, my single most favorite thing on the menu is the Jamaican jerk chicken.
Ooh.
When we opened here 26 years ago.
I'm gonna have to switch my choice.
Too late. We're cooking.
It's in.
Or you can have 2 meals. I'm good either way.
That's right.
But
I might.
When we opened here 26 years ago, there were 4 entrees on the menu. So it's grown. And it's grown since then. When I was the original manager at the French Market Grill, Chuck had 4 entrees on the dinner menu, and it has grown.
Right.
So you just look at what a restaurant does, because I know when people come out, they're going to want it to be really good.
Right.
And somebody goes, it wasn't enough choices. I say, how many dinners are you going to eat tonight?
Exactly.
I want it to be great when you order it tonight.
Right, right. Well, and the other thing I want to touch on quickly, if we can, is the farms and the local area farms that we have that you actually get your produce from, because you were doing that before it was deemed popular.
Yes, that's funny that you mentioned that. I thought that was just going to be a conversation, you know, kind of an off-air conversation. But we, you know, it's like when I told you the zero trans fats that they wanted to go to, and I got called when they were interviewing when that was going to be a big deal, and I said, it won't affect us. We started 3 years ago.
We've been doing it.
Right.
Well, that's what's really cool about this and this restaurant. Walter, thank you so much for having me and letting me come and enjoy the food as well.
Great to see you as always.
Hey guys, I'd love to stick around, but it's time for me to enjoy my chicken puff pastry. But you guys don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we're actually taking it to the street to find out from the locals what they love about living in the area.